Hi friends, in this session we are going to connect our project to MongoDB database. First I am going to my project, open my project, go to the app.js. First I am going to import the expressjs, express, import express from express. Actually, I'm going to do before going to use this import and import express from the express in this package.json file. I'm going to use here type. I'm going to change here type is equals to module instead of the common JS. Actually, the Node.js supports only the this syntax like express equal to require this syntax actually require syntax. But if you want to make it as available to the import syntax like ES66 syntax, you have to use the type column module. For that, if you know, you can write the import express from the express. Next, here const app equal to express. You can call this function. Next, export this app. Sorry, export this app. Come to the index.js here, import that app from the /app, and you have to use the .js. You have to must and should use the .js extension and app.listen port number I'm giving here 8001 comma fallback function here I'm going to write server is running on port 8001. Server is running on the port 8001. Server is running on port 8001. If you want to run this application, you can use the node src/index.js. Server is running on the port 8001. If you want to access this, we have to write the some APIs or health check APIs. But before going to use that health check APIs, we have to do the connect first of DB. Then we are going to use the health check APIs. In the package.json, you have to must use there is a script called there is a start script start src/node. We have to use this script in the command in the form of script node src/index.js. Here if you want to run that script, if you want to use the script, npm run start. See, server is running on the port 8001. Now you have to use I'm going to use the one port. Instead of this, I'm going to directly mention here 8001. I'm going to use the const port equal to 8001. I'm going to change here and here also 800 sorry port and here also I'm going to change port. Here you can use the backticks for injecting the our dynamic variables. Yes, see, but here if you observe here, npm run start will be still in the server is running. But if you we have changed, if you want to change this port to 8001 to 8800 like at 8000, see the still server is running on the port 8001. If you want to make it as a refresh or reload, you have to use once again terminate and run the server. Like once again you have to npm run start. Let's see, now server is running on the port 80. But every time you have to start and every time you have to stop and start up, It is a difficult process. For that, we are going to use the one library called or package called nodemon. I'm going to install that nodemon in the dev dependencies npm install or npm I hyphen save hyphen dev nodemon. It is going to install in the dev dependencies. Dev dependencies means development dependencies. Here going to create here dev column nodemon src/index.js. Here instead of this node we have replaced with nodemon npm run dev. My application is monitoring, is in the form of monitoring like watching that. Actually, it is a monitoring tool. Nodemon is a monitoring tool. When anywhere in the my application is we got the changes, this monitoring tool and watches, and it will going to refresh the like reload the application or rerun the application. If you see here, instead of this here, instead of 8080, I'm going to take 7662. If you once again save this application, server is running on the port 7662. Once again I'm here terminating, terminate here and create the new terminal. Here I'm going to install one more. Here if you see here, port number I have mentioned directly here, but instead of mentioning here port number, I'm going to create one environmental variable for this. For that, I'm going to use, there is a package called .env and npm install .env. I'm going to use this package makes our variables or our constants I'm going to wrap it into the variable file called .env file. We are going to mention our like constants or our secrets in the environmental variables, and I'm going to use that environmental variable in my application. For that, it is .env got helps. We are going to using this .env. We are going to access the environmental variable in my application. So for that, in the in the main project directory, I'm going to create one file called .env file. Here I'm going to create port equal to 6772, or you can take 7662. You can take this one also. If you want to access that port here, you have to in the index.js. Here in the top of this, import the .env from .env. Here .env.config path of /.env. We are mentioning the path of the .env file. Here, if you take here instead of the taking directly, you can take the process.env.port number port, and in that case, if any case the port is not getting, if any case port is not there in my environmental variable, I'm going to use my alternative port is 8001. If you once again run the application npm run dev, see my port is my application is taking the environmental variable port, this 7662 port. Okay. 66 port. Come to the my db section. For this, in the src, click on the src, click on the click on the creation of the folder like a db. I'm mentioning the one folder called db creation. In this db folder, I'm going to create one file called index.js. Here I'm going to write, first I'm going to import mongoose from the mongoose. I'm going to create const connect db equal to asynchronous. Here const connect db async and try catch block, or you can call it as a try catch statements also. In this catch statement, I'm going to log the error mongodb connection failed or error, or you can take the error, and you have to use terminate this process.env dot process exit of one, process.exit of one. In this I'm going to take the, before I'm going to writing the connection function, I'm going to take the one database from the mongodb.com. This is the cluster based database. We are using this database, online database, to my application, or you can use the local database also. Sign in. I'm going to signing in, login with my Gmail account. Here create one project, create a new project. I'm mentioning here nodejs project, click on the next, click on the create project, no need membership and set permissions, create project, click on the create project. In this project I'm going to create a database, create a cluster. Here I'm going to mention the M0 or MO free, it is a free type. Here you can make it as a cluster 0. If you want to change, you can change here. I'm going to like a CRUD project, CRUD Pro project. Leave it a provider as AWS. Here change the region. Here I'm going to take the Mumbai region, Mumbai AP South one, and tax is no need, and create the deployment. And here it is asking the create the database user or database credential. It is choose a here I'm not going to create this one. Here I'm going to create manually my username and password. For that, choose a connection method. Here first I have to take this one, but I'm going to canceling this option, and cluster is being created. Before creation, I'm going to take quick start, and here coming to here security quick start. Here to user and password, I'm going to connect with the user and password. I'm going to leave it my username as this one, or you can take the any name like crowd project, or you can take the YouTube user. Here I'm going to change my password as a create user. Then you can where you would like to connect from. I'm going to leave it my local environment or in a cloud environment. I'm going to leave it my local environment. Add the IP entries here. If you want to add the IP entries here, remove. I'm removing this one, and I'm going to add the new IP entries 0.0.0.0/0. Add this entry. If you allow all IP, add entry. This IP will going to add the going to allow the uh, all the users and all the like anywhere from any, like if you want to want to access the application, access the MongoDB, you can access from any IP address. Finish, and I'm going to uncheck this one and go to the overview. Cluster creation completed. Go to the database section. Here come to the connections. Here come to the here anywhere, you can click on this, or drivers you can use. I'm going to use this one. And done, and go to the my project. Go to the my environments. Again I'm going to make it as an environment. Connection string, I'm going to take connection string, or MongoDB URI. You can take MongoDB URI. I'm going to pick this start name. You can take this, and I'm going to remove some things here. I want to remove these things, and I'm going to write my password also, and go to the index.db, like db/index.js, come to here, and in the constant file, file, here you have to export the this db name, database name, db name underscore name equal to, here I'm going to create, write the I'm going to make it as a my igram, or you can take the any name. I'm going to take my database name as igram, and if you come to here, my data db/index.js, here write the await mongoose dot connect. Here take the backticks process env mongodb URI slash db underscore name. It is coming from the constants.js. We take this constant.js. Later, after completion of this, you have to store into the connection instance. I'm going to make it as a connection instance equal to this, and you have to console this console.log of mongodb connection successful db host. If you want to mention the db host name, I'm going to take the connection instance dot connection dot host name or host. If you want to take db name also, db name column connection instance dot connection dot name. It is a db name, database name. Here you have to export this, export default this name. Copy and paste here. Where I'm going to use this, you can in the index.js. First I'm going to connect my database, then I'm going to run the application. For that, connect db function. It is coming from the import connect db from db slash index.js here db dot. Then my connection is successfully got connected. My connection got successful. I'm going to run my application. In the failure case, I'm going to try to show this error. console.log of mongodb connection error. If you observe my terminal or my bash terminal, see I'm getting here mongodb connection successful, db host name is this one, like CRUD project, this something, and db name is igram. Here I have mentioned in the db name, like in the constants file I have mentioned here igram. Server is running on the port 7662. My database connection got successfully connected. That's all, friends. If you like my content and if you like my explanation, please like and subscribe my channel and support my channel.